Hello everyone, Dr. Suneel, Dhand, medical doctor. Welcome to another video. Now I've talked in a few videos previously about the alarming rise in cardiac deaths that we're seeing across the Western world. And this is backed up with statistics. And I want to share with you something rather shocking, pun intended, that happened to me when I was recently back in the United Kingdom. So there I was. I had a terrific time back there with family and friends, and I was having a stroll. The weather was absolutely terrible, but let's not go there with British weather. And I was thinking all sorts of thoughts about growing up in the area, remembering what an amazing cricketer I used to be. I know that's lost on most of you. But anyway, there I was walking along, and I suddenly come across this out of the blue. So yes, that is an iconic British telephone box. Most of you probably recognize it. The red telephone box. Who uses payphones these days? But many of these telephone boxes are still around in the United Kingdom. And this red telephone box was being converted into a defibrillator station. Think about that. No longer a payphone, now a defibrillator station. And this was the first time that I've ever seen this, so I went back home and I did my own research, and apparently this has been going on for some time. But if you Google the phenomenon, you will see that there have been more and more articles over the last couple of years reporting that these defibrillator stations are popping up. Now, I think it's always a good idea to be prepared for any medical emergency, but I would like to know whether this is specifically in response to all of the concerning cardiac data that we're seeing. And I've talked about previously, younger and younger people who are suffering heart attacks, rises in excess deaths. All of these statistics are being reported. Now, of course, we need more data on this. But the other thing that really made me think was that this defibrillator station was basically a stone's throw from a local primary care clinic. And it's also a sad indictment of our primary care system, because the United Kingdom, like the United States, has a primary care system that is utterly decimated. It's not what it was a few years ago. I think a lot of this is deliberate, but it is the case that large parts of the country can't even get primary care appointments anymore. So imagine one of these defibrillator stations popping up right outside a primary care clinic. And of course, our clown world leaders, whether they're politicians, whether they're medical leaders, they have no answers whatsoever for why we would need to do this. They're of course focused on completely the wrong things, many of which I've talked about in previous videos. Many of the foolish things that they are focusing on, total buffoonery, total clownery. We need leaders who actually address problems and get to root causes for why things are happening. And my final thought is this: I would like to impart this on you. I know I've said this before, but if you learn nothing else from this video, please learn basic CPR skills, cardiopulmonary resuscitation skills, because you never know when they might be needed. If we are going to live in a world where more and more people are having heart attacks, then you owe it to yourself, a duty to your family and friends, to know what to do if this ever happens in front of you. And any layperson can learn basic CPR skills. It doesn't have to be a medical professional. Go online in your area, Google the available courses, learn how to administer high quality chest compressions, because literally every second that you administer high quality chest compressions can make a huge difference to survival. And if you can learn how to use a defibrillator, even better. And I also say this because very recently a very dear friend of mine, his uncle, had what appeared to be a heart attack. He was only in his mid-50s. He passed away. He did have some underlying medical conditions which would predispose him to heart disease, but nevertheless, mid-50s is no age to go. If anything like this ever happens around you, if somebody collapses with a heart attack, you should know what to do to help give them the best possible chance for survival. That is my pearl of wisdom for you. Thanks everyone for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below. Have you seen these defibrillator stations around if you're in the United Kingdom? Anywhere else in Europe doing similar things? I haven't seen any in the United States. We have defibrillator stations clearly marked, but I've never seen them in former telephone boxes. And just think about this for a moment. The red telephone box, an iconic symbol of Great Britain, now a defibrillator station. What a sorry state of affairs. Dr. Suneel Dhand, check out my online course and my Uncensored platform. Those links are down below. Remember, the best thing you can do for you and your family's health is to take charge of your health. Make the right decisions every day so you have the best possible chance of staying away from mainstream medicine and doctors. And remember, unfortunately, huge swathes of our medical establishment are completely and utterly corrupt. Hit the like button if you like this video and the bell button for more similar videos in the future. We will talk again very soon.